everybody, welcome to This Week at LVMS. Got a special feature for you this week, the Mechanix Wear Speed Truck Challenge. These trucks here are going to be out here on the track, the bull ring at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're going to take you up close and personal inside of one of these trucks, check them out, see what they're all about here. We're also going to have the late model race here, see what Dick Cobb can do. Dick Cobb, certainly very successful so far this season out here in the bull ring at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. But these trucks are going to be a lot of fun. We'll start it out. We'll have some interviews for you, tell you all about these trucks, and show the race coming up in just a little bit, so stick around.
The Mechanix Wear Speed Truck Challenge is brought to you by Trick Racing Gasoline, King Taco Restaurants, Incorporated, Mechanix Wear, Yale Chase Materials Handling, Incorporated, Schoenfeld Headers, and by Portacool.
This is a pair of Mechanix Wear gloves. This is what they do. This is a pair of Mechanix Wear shoes. This is what they do. These are many of the other Mechanix Wear products. This is how you get them. Wear what the Mechanix wear.
Get your motor running.
It's your very own casino in North Las Vegas. Hi, I'm Ted Arnaud, president of the Speedway Casino. We're at the corner of Cheyenne Avenue and I-15. You can't miss us. Speedway Casino is the place for fun. Stop in for a chance to win cash, prizes, or even a West Coast getaway. Now that's entertainment. Get your motor running and head over to the Speedway Casino. I-15 at exit 46. Always friendly, always fun.
If you're looking for motorcycle tires or accessories, then you need to drop by MTC. MTC has over 1,000 tires in stock for your Harley, custom cruiser, dirt bike, ATV, and scooter. MTC also has a large selection of aftermarket accessories and apparel for all of your riding needs. MTC specializes in custom wheel lacing, cylinder boring, and while you wait service for tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. At MTC, we've got your tire.
Stop by Performance Transmission to find out why all these people are smiling. They all have their vehicles fixed at Performance Transmission. These people know that Performance Transmission specializes in performance upgrades, plus truck and car transmission needs and rebuild exchanges. Performance Transmission will work on your clutches and axles. Performance Transmission is also motorhome lift equipped. Let Performance Transmission put a smile on your face. Call 434-2991 for a free quote. Internationally acclaimed artist Rule James has been creating these spectacular images of cars for 2 decades, and now they're available to you. Choose from a selection of originals, canvas editions, signed and numbered lithographs, and prints, or commission Rule to paint your dream car. Rule's clients include Ferrari, Jaguar, Toyota, General Motors, Moss Motors, and locally Shelby American. To view these images and to place your order, log on to www.rulejames.com or call 385-2249.
If you own a Toyota or a Lexus, it's important that your vehicle is worked on by experienced, qualified mechanics. Julio Masters has been specializing in the repair of Toyotas for 30 years, 20 years here in Las Vegas. Engine overhauls, tune-ups, brakes, electrical, and other related problems. No problem at Julio Masters.
Hello, I am Julio Aguilar, owner of Julio Masters. Toyota and Lexus is all what we work on. We do the job right, on the price we always be right.
Call 383-6016.
Racer Supply is your source for hardcore racing components. Racer Supply inventory includes Simpson safety equipment, Tilton brakes and clutches, Mechanix wear, XRP fitting and hose, AFCO shocks and springs, Bassett wheels, and other leading manufacturers. Plus, we feature CNC manufactured components for special applications. Racer Supply is conveniently located in the Las Vegas Motor Speedway Research and Development Center on Speedway Boulevard. Racer Supply is your race parts source. Race parts source. Race parts source. Race parts source. Race parts source.
All right, with us now, Scott Ruschenberg and Jeff Jacobs talking about this sponsor here that you've got. Rather unique and rather interesting sponsor that you got on this truck here, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. The ass-kicking Ford is moving up front these last few races, and we're excited to have our new sponsor out here with us, Jeff Jacobs. So for the 2000 season, we're hoping to get him out for 2001. So we...
How's it been for you so far? As a sort of a rookie, I guess, of sorts.
Absolutely.
Run a handful of races, 6 races so far.
Right, 6 races. We've had a couple good qualifying laps. We we had a top 6 at Cajon and then a 7 back at Vegas. So we're looking to come back this track here, this race, and move up front. I think we passed about 14 cars here last time. So we're fired up and ready to go.
All right, Scott, good luck to you. Jeff, over here now, tell me a little bit about your sponsorship and motorsports. Why the involvement in motorsports with your product?
Well, we're just real excited about the Speed Truck Series. We think it's an up-and-coming thing. We want to get in at the ground level. We think it's a great way to promote the ass-kicking hot sauce, our ass-kicking peanuts, our entire line of ass-kicking products. And we're just really excited, really glad to be here, and really glad to be a part of it.
These trucks are fast, and they're fun to watch out there, aren't they?
They're great, bumping and going, and just they're having a lot of fun out there. Some really good entertainment.
All right, we got a couple of rookies here, well, so to speak. Richard, you're not really a rookie, but you were in '98 certainly when you won the points championship. And Randy Brown, you are still a rookie out of West Covina, California. You got the rookie championship wrapped up this year. How's it feel?
Feels great. We did better than anyone could expect this year. We just want to get some experience and the respect from the other drivers, and had a great year.
Now, you're a young guy, only 16 years old, but getting ready for, racing in the trucks like this. What do you think of when you see a guy like from Las Vegas, like Kurt Busch, who raced in trucks and is now driving Winston Cup? Are those guys, you look at those sort of guys and like to emulate them at some point?
Yeah, that's the main goal. This is a step for us. We want to get to Winston Cup, so, yeah.
And just go from there and see what happens?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, how about your school, studies? West Covina High School. Now you got to pay attention to some of those, but does truck racing get in the way sometimes?
No, not too bad. It's my senior year, so it's an easy year, so
okay.
Not too bad.
Oh, an easy year for you this year. Okay, Richard, tell me about you. '98, you won the points championship for rookies. You were the rookie, and now you're third in points. So you moved from that rookie status up the ladder in a hurry, didn't you?
Well, it's still been a tough year. Being third in points, got a lot of guys that are really good, pushing me pretty hard. The first and second guys in points, they got a pretty good lead on us, so we're doing the best we can. Run generally pretty good. Just really fortunate to be where I'm at, third in points, so it's real good.
All right, what do you think of the Vegas track and this event out here?
It's a great track. They really did a good job on, refurbishing it and all that stuff. It's real nice. The pit area has really come along great, and it's a real fun facility.
All right, Richard and Randy, good luck here tonight in Vegas. All right, most of the late model cars out there practicing right now at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The car of Jeff Coleman getting set though to race here tonight here. Let's go ahead and check out the race here, the late models. The next to last race of the season, Dick Cobb is just running away with the championship right now at this track here. And of course, he also won the Sun Belt region this year, so it's turned out to be a great year so far for Dick Cobb. Let's go ahead and check out the race now with the late models.
Chevrolet Camaro pace car peels off in turn number 3. We race under the green flag off the 4th turn here at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Yaffarini in that bright silver Chevrolet to the front. Dick Cobb in the number 4 down underneath Jason Allen. They'll run side by side into 3. It's Cobb with the advantage.
Oh, trouble in turn number 3. The 71 goes around. We got them stacked up 4 deep back through turn number 4. It's going to slow things down here on the Bull Ring. Race off corner number 4. 40 laps. NASCAR late models at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Yaffarini out to a quick lead. Dick Cobb right behind, going into 2. They're already starting to put distance on Anderson into 3rd position.
We are clean through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Yaffarini with the race lead. Dick Cobb is 2nd. As we nearly have contact between Ann Hill and Rick Cobb over in the 4th turn. Everybody through, 1 lap down, 39 remain for the NASCAR late model division.
The 89 machiner Wayne Jacks not handling quite the way he'd appreciate it to handle after that end. As everybody's clean through 1 and 2.
Scott Yaffarini down low in 4, coming back to the line. 3 laps go on the board this time by. Dick Cobb is 2nd. As we are now halfway around the Bull Ring, here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Steve Anderson tucked in behind Cobb in third. Ray Hooper Jr. is fourth. We've got a 4-car breakaway. These drivers setting the pace for this 40-lap main event for the NASCAR late models. 4 laps down, 36 laps remain.
The front four out ahead by about 20 car lengths over Jerry Spilsbury and the 82 machine of Tom Franco. In the second group, a slight breakaway there as they're starting to put some distance between themselves and the balance of the field.
Trouble for Greg Schindler. He's up high in turn number 4, slowing on the front stretch as the rest of the field tucks in down low. They'll slide by the 88 car who makes his way to the track exit. We've got the field back to 1 and 2 with the race leader Scott Gaffarini. He's opened up a 4-car length lead on Dick Cobb. Steve Anderson continues to run third with Ray Hooper Jr. right behind in 4th position.
Anderson with a mirror full of Ray Hooper Jr. through 1 and 2. Lots of pressure there on Anderson from Hooper, and we've got cars in
George
together.
Anthill goes around, slowing everybody down. Nearly disaster for the 44 of Rick Cobb. Will bring out caution on the racetrack for the second time. It's Scott Gaffarini, Dick Cobb, Steve Anderson, your top 3.
Gaffarini off to a 2-car length advantage. Cobb right with him. Hooper all over the back of Anderson yet again. And again, we have 2 groups out to the front.
Wayne Jackson will go to the high side at Dennis Rock Jr. Battle on the track is for position number 8. Wayne Jackson has been quietly marching his way to the front. He'll try to get past the 61 of Dennis Rock in turn number 3. Jason Allen has turned up the wick. He's right there in position to take over 8th spot. He'll get 8th spot at the line as the 61 car of Dennis Rock bobbles in turn number 4. Up front, Gaffarini getting past the LV Expo number 10 of Jeff Coleman. He'll stick Coleman between himself and Dick Cobb as Coleman rides high. Dick Cobb goes low, gets past the lap car, and now sets his sails for turn number 3. Trying to track down the wizard, Scotty Gaffarini, on lap number 11 of this 40-lap main event.
Gaffarini, Cobb, Anderson, and Hooper, your top 4. As Sam Crow has a mirror full of Rick Cobb, who now moves
Trouble in turn
position.
4. The 74 car of Dan Philpott sitting at the bottom of the 4th turn. We'll watch the field slide by on the high side.
The RPMs come up. Gaffarini leads the field, and right away a big challenge from Dick Cobb down low. And we have no start. No start.
Track officials taking note the 43 car had vice grips holding the radiator together. Very dangerous for vice grips or anything loose to be hanging off the race car. As the green flag is displayed to the field, we are off and racing down the front stretch here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We'll have 3 wide into turn number 1. Jeff Perkins, the meat in the sandwich. Wayne Jacks down low. Jason Allen up high. He'll try to bypass Wayne Jacks and Perkins, headed to turn number 3.
Jason Allen with a strong move to the outside. Half a car length ahead of Wayne Jacks. That seems to have worked for now. But again, we've got 2 wide racing all over the racetrack.
Scott Gaffarini out in front. Dick Cobb runs second as we're bottling up over in 3 and 4. Jason Allen tucked in behind Wayne Jacks, headed back to turn number 1. Jeff Cole.
The Mechanix Wear Speed Truck Challenge is brought to you by Factory Motor Parts Company, Easy Up Original Shade, Crow Enterprises Driver Restraint Systems, AC Delco, Speedway Engineering, and by Goodyear.
When you're working outside and the heat is on, Portacool is the cool solution to hot situations. Professional football teams and race crews have to keep cool, and Portacool is their answer. The Portacool operates on 115-volt power and water. It's completely self-contained and operates at 1/10 the cost of standard air conditioners.
When we go racing, we never leave our Portacool at home.
Call Portacool at 805 499-3294.
Davy Deals, automobiles, motorcycles, and trailers.
We offer auto, horse, and utility trailers with financing available. At Davy Deals, we feature a large inventory of pre-owned vehicles. Buy here, pay here. At Davies, we specialize in pre-owned Harleys. Any trade-in is welcome. Call me, call me, call me.
Located at I-95 and Boulder Highway.
Quality Mechanical is the industry leader in the Southern Nevada construction market for heating, ventilation, air conditioning, piping, and plumbing. With our state-of-the-art 35,000 square foot fabrication facility, we are able to offer our customers the highest quality of work on small commercial, large commercial, and design build projects. Quality Mechanical is a company that strives for better production, higher efficiency, and quality work. Here at Quality Mechanical, our best measure of success has always been our customers' satisfaction. To learn more about our company, visit our website at www.qualitymechanical.com.
5 years ago, a group of contractors started Nevada Contractors Network Self-Insured Group. Meet Larry Long, owner of Prestige Electric and member of the NCN. The NCN was so successful that it's become an insurance company. Find out what Larry and 450 contractors already know. That the best insurance for a Nevada contractor is Nevada Contractors Insurance Company.
Do you have a bachelor's degree? Have you thought about becoming a teacher? At Sierra Nevada College, you can receive your teaching certification in elementary, middle, or secondary education in 3 semesters.
As a student of Sierra Nevada College, I highly recommend the teacher education program.
In 3 short semesters, I'll have my teacher's license.
When I graduate, I plan on teaching in the Clark County School District.
Call Sierra Nevada College at 434-6599.
Dad's car is the coolest, so we take care of it. You know, change the oil, check the brakes, schedule service, because I really need to keep this car going. Because in 2 years, this baby's mine.
At Precision Tune Auto Care, we understand you need to protect your investment. So from oil changes and brakes to diagnostics and scheduled maintenance, we have all the services you need to keep it going. Precision Tune Auto Care. Keep it going.
Precision Tune Auto Care with 3 convenient locations.
Okay, let's head back to the bull ring for more racing here on This Week at LVMS.
Coleman hung out up high as he is a lap down to the race leader. He'll watch the faster traffic go underneath, headed to turn number 3. Cafferini at the stripe, puts 14 laps on the board.
Wayne Jacks with a strong move down to the inside going into 1. He'll pick up a position. Jason Allen will try to go with him. Side-by-side racing down the backstretch. Jacks gets the advantage, and Allen moves through.
Everybody single file off the 4th turn, coming back to the line. But Sam Crow now gets hung out up on the high side. He'll watch Allen go by. He'll watch Perkins go by. As Cafferini comes back to the line, puts 16 laps on the scoreboard. Dick Cobb continues to run second. Top 5 separated now by about the length of half a straightaway.
The 43 machine of David Cortero being shown the cross black flag, asking him to report to the garage area for attention. While up front, it's all Scotty Gaffarini.
Everybody now single file all the way around the bull ring as Scott Gaffarini makes the exit off turn number 4. He'll see Dan Philpott down low. Philpott going another lap down to the race leader. Dick Cobb keeping pace in 2nd. Steven Anderson in 3rd, Ray Hooper Jr. 4th, and Rick Cobb rounding out the top 5. As now the black flag flies for the 3rd time, with Dave Cortero not yielding to that black flag.
Cortero goes by again, sees the final time of the black flag. He'll cease to be scored at this point. As your leaders stay the same, but Hooper starting to get a lot of pressure from Rick Cobb in that 44 Dodge machine. Yellow on the racetrack, car around in turn number 4. Green flag racing, Gaffarini and Cobb immediately with a car length advantage over Anderson. Allen making a move on the high side of Wayne Jacks as they go down the back straight.
Chuck Trickle on the move as well, tries to get to the inside. Jeff Coleman contact in turn number 4. The field going around. 61 Dennis Rock Jr., 33 David Neff caught up, nowhere to go. As we watch the replay here on the monitor, Chuck Trickle going down low to get past the 10 car of Jeff Coleman. Coleman coming down on the front end of the 70 car. Got the 10 car around, and the rest of the field splitting the 10. Getting by was the 31 of Mark Ayers, the 90 of Ronnie Jacks, as well as the 92.3 of Sam Crow. As the rest of the drivers came into the turn, 61 Dennis Rock Jr. checking up and collecting the 33 of David Neff. We go back to green flag racing off turn number 4, 19 laps to go.
Green flag at the line. Gaffarini and Cobb immediately get a 2-car length advantage over Anderson, who has 2 car lengths over Ray Hooper Jr. We've got a car around in turn number 2.
Parker Jr. able to continue with the 90 of Ronnie Jacks after they made contact. A wild ride for Ronnie Jacks off the front end of Bob Barker Jr. Chevrolet. Now Bob Barker showing signs that he is sparking underneath. He's probably dragging some sheet metal off the 90 of Ronnie Jacks.
Front 3, Gaffarini, Cobb, and Anderson have broken away from the field. Right now, Ray Hooper Jr. has a mirror full of Ricky Cobb. And right behind him, Wayne Jacks.
Top 3 cars have broken away. 2 packs of 3 cars, nose to tail through turns 1 and 2. Gaffarini leading the way for the field with Dick Cobb running second. Steven Anderson third, and now we got the 28 car of George Anhill showing signs of smoke in turns 1 and 2. We'll bring out the caution flag for the 5th time in this NASCAR late model main event. As the pace car pulls off the racetrack in turn number 3, Gaffarini will lead the way for the field. 24 laps on the board, 16 laps remain. Under the green flag, we race at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Gaffarini, Cobb, and Anderson immediately break away. Hooper, Rick Cobb, and Wayne Jacks in the second 3, although this time the front 3 not able to pull away quite as much of an advantage. 32 machine of Anderson taking a look down underneath Dick Cobb as they go into 1. As they come out, Gaffarini is pulled out about a 3-car length advantage.
Scott Gaffarini down low in turns 3 and 4. Dick Cobb running in second, about 3 car lengths back. Steve Anderson closing in on Cobb in turn number 1. Steve Anderson right there on the rear deck of the Hitch and Post Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Looking underneath Cobb, nothing there. Cobb drifting up off the corner. Inside lane opens up for Anderson. Anderson fighting down low. Will try to run to the inside of Dick Cobb. They're door to door off turn 2 down the backstretch. Turn number 3, they're still door to door chasing Scott Gaffarini.
Anderson now past Cobb as they come into the lap traffic of Steve Resnick, and Anderson goes around in turn number 2.
Steven Anderson keeps the car off the crash wall over in turn number 2 as the caution flag comes out on the racetrack. Cars down low over in turns 1 and 2. We see Steven Anderson and Dick Cobb heading into turn number 1 and 2. Anderson and Cobb single file into the corner. And looks like Steve Anderson brings the car down low. Wasn't able to pull below the first dotted line as Dick Cobb goes high. Rick Cobb is right there down low. And it looks like made slight contact with the 32 nose to nose.
Starter Merle Johnson throws the green. Scotty Gaffarini with a 5-car length advantage. Anderson in second. Wayne Jacks tries to go down underneath Rick Cobb, loses the handle, and Ricky Cobb gets down underneath Jacks.
Rick Cobb getting by for 4th. Wayne Jacks in 5th. The white flag out this time by for Scotty Gaffarini as Dick and Rick Cobb run 3rd and 4th on the racetrack. They're side by side. Wayne Jacks, little push off the corner, making no move from 5th position. Checkered flagging out now for Scotty Gaffarini as the rest of the field files past the start-finish line. We're going to go down to victory lane and talk to Scott Gaffarini. Has got to be very satisfying. I've heard it said, Scott, a great night at the racetrack. is when you finish first and all the wrecks are in your rearview mirror.
And you get to drive it back on a trailer, hopefully, after tech. But I'd like to thank Fletcher Jones. He's done a lot for me. We got some changes coming up for next year, so yeah, we're not going nowhere, but y'all wait till you see what happens next year, I hope.
Well, of course, Scott's celebrating his 20th year in racing, and you're going to have cake and I guess some soft drinks for the folks after the race tonight.
Yeah, we got some cake. Everybody's more than welcome to come down. I don't know how long it's going to last or anything like that, but please, everybody, please come down inside, say hello to your favorite driver, including Dave Quintero, and just come in and have a good time. That's what it's all about.
Mechanix Wear Speed Truck Challenge is brought to you by Polydyne Performance Coatings, Kirky Racing Fabrication, B&M Racing, Champ Pan's Quality Racing Product, and by Willwood Disc Brakes.
If you're looking for motorcycle tires or accessories, then you need to drop by MTC. MTC has over 1,000 tires in stock for your Harley, custom cruiser, dirt bike, ATV, and scooter. MTC also has a large selection of aftermarket accessories and apparel for all of your riding needs. MTC specializes in custom wheel lacing, cylinder boring, and while you wait service for tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. At MTC, we've got your tire.
Wheels, automobiles, motorcycles, and trailers.
We offer auto, horse, and utility trailers with financing available. At Davey Deals, we feature a large inventory of pre-owned vehicles. Buy here, pay here. At Davies, we specialize in pre-owned Harleys. Any trade-in is welcome. Call me, call me, call me.
Located at I-95 and Boulder Highway.
Internationally acclaimed artist Rule James has been creating these spectacular images of cars for 2 decades, and now they're available to you. Choose from a selection of originals, canvas editions, signed and numbered lithographs, and prints, or commission Rule to paint your dream car. Rule's clients include Ferrari, Jaguar, Toyota, General Motors, Moss Motors, and locally Shelby American. To view these images and to place your order, log on to www.rulejames.com or call 385-2249.
Racer Supply is your source for hardcore racing components. Racer Supply inventory includes Simpson safety equipment, Tilton brakes and clutches, Mechanix wear, XRP fitting and hose, AFCO shocks and springs, Bassett wheels, and other leading manufacturers. Plus, we feature CNC manufactured components for special applications. Racer Supply is conveniently located in the Las Vegas Motor Speedway Research and Development Center on Speedway Boulevard. Racer Supply is your race parts source. 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 In today's society, the need to protect your home and property is a fact of life. Nevada rolling shutters are manufactured to create an almost impenetrable barrier that will discourage burglary and vandalism. Nevada rolling shutters' insulated slats block the sun's harmful rays, prevent wind-driven dust, rain, and air from blowing in, and reduce up to 85% of outside noise pollution. Each shutter is manufactured to fit your home's unique design. For protection and peace of mind, call Nevada Rolling Shutters today for an appointment or free in-home consultation.
If you own a Toyota or a Lexus, it's important that your vehicle is worked on by experienced, qualified mechanics. Julio Masters has been specialized in the repair of Toyotas for 30 years, 20 years here in Las Vegas. Engine overhauls, tune-ups, brakes, electrical, and other related problems. No problem at Julio Masters.
Hello, I am Julio Aguilar, owner of Julio Masters. Toyota and Lexus is all what we work on. We do the job right, on the price we always be right.
Call 383-6016.
Stop by Performance Transmission to find out why all these people are smiling. They all have their vehicles fixed at Performance Transmission. These people know that Performance Transmission specializes in performance upgrades, plus truck and car transmission needs and rebuild exchanges. Performance Transmission will work on your clutches and axles. Performance Transmission is also motorhome lift equipped. Let Performance Transmission put a smile on your face. Call 434-2991 for a free quote.
Okay, Jay Rutherford with us now. He's the co-owner of the series, the Mechanix Wear Speed Truck Challenge, taking place here at the Speedway. First of all, tell us, I don't want to ask a silly question here, but it sounds sort of like a silly question, but what is a speed truck? I can tell what they look like, what they are. The trucks go fast. Tell me what they are.
Well, in a nutshell, we've got a 330-horse Vortec racing engine coupled to a 2-speed direct drive transmission with a clutch pedal dump valve on an aluminum Speedway Engineering quick change rear end, which is a spool. We transfer the power.
Run that by me again. Okay, somebody knows what you're talking about.
Quick change rear end. That's probably the simplest way. And we use an 8-inch Goodyear Racing Eagle tire with a NASCAR full tubular style chassis.
And these are all spec cars. These are designed identical.
Yes, the idea behind the specification class is because of what's happening across the country, the escalating cost of motorsports. It's phenomenal. And the guy that's got the biggest wallet seems to actually and literally be able to buy a championship. So Mike Face and I got together back in 1997 and said, you know what? Let's come up with a specification class and see how we can showcase the driver's talent as compared to who's got the biggest wallet, i.e. the Speed Truck Challenge, entry-level racing that's safe, fast, fun, and affordable.
Can you explain why these have become so popular? Is that part of the reason? Why? Right there? Is that?
Absolutely, Ron, and the reason why is because, you know, for less than $30,000, you can be in one of these trucks. Now, comparatively speaking, a super truck, a NASCAR Craftsman super truck at about $190,000 and $3 to $4 million a run, these trucks are 1/5 the cost and 1/20th the annual operating expense. Again, it showcases the driver's talent.
What do you see for 2001 with these trucks?
Well, we need to finish 2000 first. Of course, we're shooting our first televised race here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway tonight. We're going to go to Phoenix International Raceway and race on the 1 mile on October 22nd. We'll then go to the San Diego Grand Prix November 4th on a 1.6-mile road course. We think it's important to put these guys on the road courses as well, in case they do move up to Southwest Tour, west to west, super trucks, whatever the case may be. And then a 100-lap season finale at Irwindale Speedway. The fans are great here. We just love this place.
Very good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good luck. Thanks. Okay, welcome back, everybody here. Hey, the champion last year in the Mechanix Wear Speed Truck Series was Ron Peterson. Darren Young right now leads in the point standings. Now, if my math is correct, Ron, you won by 2 points last year. That's pretty close to this guy, right?
Yeah,
only 2 points.
Yeah, it made the difference between one position is all. If he'd have finished, I think, one position more ahead of me, he'd have got it. So that was close.
And Darren, you're leading in the points right now. Let's see, by how many points?
4 points.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, definitely close. I tell you what, last year it was a really good finish to the end. I mean, I had little problems early on in the beginning of the season, and I played catch up the whole last second half of the season there, and I tell you, it just got right down to the last race. I needed somebody to finish in between myself and Ronnie to win the championship, and he was right on me, and congratulations to him. He did a great job and won the series, so I'm after it this year.
Ron, tell me about these trucks. What do you enjoy about driving these trucks here? I mean, they're a lot of fun. They're also pretty challenging to drive, aren't they?
Yeah, the thing that makes it nice is they're all the same basic truck, so it basically comes down to driver on the driver and the setup. Whoever can set the truck up the best, get it to go around the circle the fastest for the longest amount of time is usually going to end up winning the thing.
All right, Darren, how about this track out here? What do you think? You've had a chance to go out there and test a little bit. What do you think of the bull ring?
Oh, I love this track. They did a great job with this facility. Tonight they threw a little kink in it for us. They actually are coming off of a race a couple of weekends ago where they actually put interior blocks. And so now basically we used to be able to look through to the other side of the track or ahead to see if there were any trouble. So now you can't really see. You get in the middle of the corner and here you have this block wall on the inside. So it's going to make it tough. It's going to be something where your spotters are going to have to be right on top of it, and it's going to be a real team effort here tonight. That's definitely. So
all right,
love the track.
Just like last year, these two guys battle for the championship. They're going to do it again tonight here in Las Vegas.
We race off turn number 4 here at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As the field bunches up behind Troy DeCure, DeCure and Chris Hines set the pace. We are off and running here at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Mechanix Wear Speed Trucks give the race lead to Chris Hines out of Chandler, Arizona. The number 1 of Darren Young falls into second spot. Troy DeCure, the pole sitter, slips back into third position on the racetrack as the field makes their way off turn number 4. Double wide racing for the 7th spot on the racetrack as the number 9 of Danny Stockman trying to hold off the 50 truck of Gary Cosgrove. Cosgrove hung up on the outside. Truck seems to be handling there as he comes back to the line. He'll give up the 9th spot to Cosgrove as the 7 now of Richard Franz takes the inside lane and makes the pass on the 50. Gary Cosgrove will watch Franz go by. Oh, we got a truck spun down in turn number 4 as the field of speed trucks now slow under the caution flag. That was the 40 of Scott Saunders. And Troy DeCure third, 76. That's Nathan Mirth out of Fullerton. He rides in 4th spot, followed by the 31 of Jeff Davis. We are under green flag here at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Drivers settling in, racing single file, except for the 9 of Danny Stockman. Stockman looking very quick on the racetrack. He looks under the 31 of Jeff Davis, coming back to the stripe. Davis has got Stockman glued to his rear bumper off turn 2 and down the backstretch. Everybody still racing single file. The 91 truck of Scott Ruschenberg making the move to the inside of the 33 of Danny Goodwin. Goodwin slides up the racetrack, opens up the inside lane. Oh, we got trouble. Trouble in turn number 3. 2 trucks around. We race under the green flag here at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As the field sets sail down the front stretch, they leave the 33 of Danny Goodwin in the dust. Something not right on the Goodwin truck. He'll take his leave of the racetrack. As up front, we've got a great battle between Chris Hines and the number 1 of Darren Young. Darren Young, the winner the last time these trucks met on this racetrack. We're 6 laps into this 50-lap main event for Mechanix Wear Speed Trucks. Chris Hines driving the National Missing Children's Foundation Pro Dyno High Performance Dodge, setting a blistering pace for this field of nearly 20 Mechanix Wear Speed Trucks. Darren Young trying to keep pace in the Bytron Sawyers Motorsports Chevrolet. The gap at the stripe about 2 truck lengths, but Darren Young closing in on Hines through turns 1 and 2. Hines with plenty of straightaway power, able to pull away and open up a 3 truck length lead now coming back to the stripe. 9 laps go on the board. Everybody single file from the 01 of Chris Hines all the way back to the number 6 of Troy Anderson. Anderson running a little bit off the pace. He's going to look in his rearview mirror and see Chris Hines coming down the front straightaway with a full head of steam. Chris Hines, Darren Young, the top 2. They've broken away from 3rd place Troy DeCure, 76. Nathan Mirth sitting in 4th spot. Mirth's got some action in his rearview mirror as Jeff Davis sits in 5th. He's got some company as the number 2 of Ron Peterson is tucked in behind Davis, riding in 6th position. Up battle up front for the lead. Hines dueling with Darren Young. They use the lap truck of Troy Anderson as a pick. Young trying to set up Hines, nothing doing as Hines goes low. Peterson couldn't get the high line to work for him. Troy DeCure goes by the lap truck of Troy Anderson. Jeff Davis now, Ron Peterson battling for position. Peterson has the inside position headed to turn number 1. He'll try to bypass Jeff Davis off 2 and down the backstretch. Danny Stockman right there to battle now for 5th as they shuffle Davis back into 6th spot coming off turn number 4. 14 laps on the scoreboard. Your top 5 are the 01 of Chris Hines, the 1 of Darren Young, 10 Troy DeCure, 76 Nathan Mirth, and the 2 now of Ron Peterson. Danny Stockman in the red, white, and blue number 9, looking very quick in the opening salvo of this 50-lap main event for the Mechanix Wear Speed Trucks. We keep our eye on Stockman as he works in sixth spot behind the two of Ron Peterson. Peterson trying to catch the 76 of Nathan Mirth, who runs fourth as the
Mechanix Wear Speed Truck Challenge is brought to you by Racemate Alternators, K&N Filters, Parker Pumper Helmets, Safecraft Race Safe Fire Protection, Fuel Safe Racing Cells, and by Mission.
This is a pair of Mechanix Wear gloves. This is what they do. This is a pair of Mechanix Wear shoes. This is what they do. These are many of the other Mechanix Wear products. This is how you get them. Wear what the Mechanics wear.
Get your motor running. It's your very own casino in North Las Vegas. Hi, I'm Ted Arnaud, president of the Speedway Casino. We're at the corner of Cheyenne Avenue and I-15. You can't miss us. Speedway Casino is the place for fun. Now that's entertainment. Get your motor running and head over to the Speedway Casino. I-15 at exit 46. Always friendly, always fun.
Do you have a bachelor's degree? Have you thought about becoming a teacher? At Sierra Nevada College, you can receive your teaching certification in elementary, middle, or secondary education in 3 semesters.
As a student of Sierra Nevada College, I highly recommend the teacher education program.
In 3 short semesters, I'll have my teacher's license.
When I graduate, I plan on teaching in the Clark County School District.
Call Sierra Nevada College at 434-6599. Internationally acclaimed artist Rule James has been creating these spectacular images of cars for 2 decades, and now they're available to you. Choose from a selection of originals, canvas editions, signed and numbered lithographs, and prints, or commission Rule to paint your dream car. Rule's clients include Ferrari, Jaguar, Toyota, General Motors, Moss Motors, and locally Shelby American. To view these images and to place your order, log on to www.rulejames.com or call 385-2249.
If you're looking for motorcycle tires or accessories, then you need to drop by MTC. MTC has over 1,000 tires in stock for your Harley, custom cruiser, dirt bike, ATV, and scooter. MTC also has a large selection of aftermarket accessories and apparel for all of your riding needs. MTC specializes in custom wheel lacing, cylinder boring, and while you wait service for tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. At MTC, we've got your tire.
I love this car. Looks good, runs great, and I want to keep it that way. Well, why not? She's a classic, just like me.
At Precision Tune Auto Care, we understand you love your car. So from oil changes and brakes to diagnostics and scheduled maintenance, we have all the services you need to keep it going.
But you know the real reason I want to keep this car going? Chicks dig it.
Precision Tune Auto Care. Keep it going.
Precision Tune Auto Care with 3 convenient locations.
Okay, time to head to Curtis with the call. Now he's got more truck racing for you here at the Bull Ring at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Top truck in the field, the 01 Chris Hines, is beginning to encounter some lap trucks. He'll have to keep his focus on the traffic in front. Darren Young, meanwhile, sets sail and closes into within striking distance of the race leader. Hines pulls away from him off turn number 2 and down the backstretch. 17 laps on the scoreboard. We'll complete lap number 18 this time by. Everybody still single file all the way around this bull ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As the field makes their way off turn number 4, coming back to the line. The battle up front is tightened up as now Chris Hines has encountered some slower lap traffic. He'll look low underneath the 40 of Scott Saunders. Saunders in the Saunders Engineering sponsored entry will make it 3 wide off the corner with the 30, to make that the 22, Jim Hutchinson. They bypass Hutchinson and settle back into single file off turn 2 and down the backstretch. They're going to put the 6 truck of Troy Anderson 2 laps down as they streak by at the start-finish line. Great chase going on up front between Hines and Darren Young. Young in the gold and red number 1 machine. Hines the 01 leading the way, coming off 4 and back to the stripe. 22 laps on the board. Some great racing back in the field between Nathan Murth and Danny Stockman. Stockman goes underneath Murth and picks up 4th position on the racetrack. Better make that 5th, as Ron Peterson has 4th locked up at the moment. Stockman following Peterson back to the stripe. Running all by himself in 3rd spot is the 10 truck of Troy DeCure out of Pinion Hills, California. DeCure piloting the Made For You Products Ford Ranger. Hasn't had much of a challenge to his 3rd place on the racetrack, as he has let the 2 top trucks set sail on him. He's half a straightaway behind Hines and Young. But here comes Ron Peterson. Peterson now within about 4 truck lengths of the 10 of Troy DeCure coming back to the line. We're halfway home with 25 laps on the scoreboard. Still the 01 of Chris Hines, the 1 of Darren Young, 10 Troy DeCure, 2 Ron Peterson. The best battle on the track, 4th between the 9 of Danny Stockman and the 76 of Chris Murth. Make that Nathan Murth, as Nathan now lets Stockman squeak out in front by about a truck length and a half. Jeff Davis riding in 6th spot. He's back about a truck and a half behind Murth in the 76. Battle is up front still. Chris Hines, Darren Young there in the picture, heading to turn number 3. They take the wide exit off turn number 2, duck down low in 3. Dodge battling Ford. Make that Dodge and Chevy up front in the race. Brakes may play a factor in the closing half of this contest, as these drivers racing out in front, setting the pace for this field, have used up a significant amount of the brake pads. As we watch the cars enter the corner, you can see the rotors beginning to glow ever so slightly. Lap traffic now playing a role. The 16 truck, that's Bobby Sayers, allowing wide berth for the race leader, Chris Hines. Hines comes back to the stripes, but 31 laps on the scoreboard. As they race off turn number 2, they're now about a full straightaway in front of the 3rd place running Troy DeCure. DeCure trying to fend off a challenge from the 2 of Ron Peterson. San Bernardino's Ron Peterson in the Dodge. Down to the inside of DeCure for position number 3. They battle off turn 2 and down the backstretch. Troy DeCure in the Ford Ranger. Ron Peterson in the Dodge Dakota. Coming off turn number 4 and back to the line. Up front, things have kind of settled down between Hines and Darren Young as they try to get by the lap truck, the 51 of Jim Van Gordon. Kenny Smith's going to take his leave of the racetrack. The Quick Pick Motorsports entry is off on lap number 34 of the race. The battle we watch on the monitor is for position number 3 between Peterson and DeCure. That's Peterson in front of Troy DeCure. Ron Peterson, perennial favorite in this Mechanics Wear Speed Truck division, holding off Troy DeCure right now for 3rd. 50 truck to the pit lane. Gary Cosgrove, Portacool Chevrolet on pit road. He'll pull by the wayside and now into the infield for the remainder of this race. With 36 laps on the scoreboard, your race leader continues to be the 01 of Chris Hines. Chris Hines on the backstretch headed to turn number 3. There's the red and gold number 1 of Darren Young, Gilbert, Arizona driver. A great game of fox and hound going on here on the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. After a caution-filled NASCAR late model main event, we have run 33 green flag laps here in the Mechanix Wear Speed Truck Division. 39 on the scoreboard the last time by. Things beginning to tighten up front once again. Chris Hines, Darren Young, the top two. Well back in third is the number 2 of Ron Peterson. Peterson bypassed the 10 truck of Troy DeCure on lap number 35. He's going to have a long way to go to catch the leaders in this race. Could be hoping and crossing his fingers for a late caution, which would put him right on the rear bumper of Darren Young, who still chases the 0-1 of Chris Hines. Hines and Young filling the screen down the backstretch here at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Las Vegas color graphics night at the races, featuring this 50-lap main event for Mechanix Wear Speed Trucks. Now the race leader, Chris Hines, encountering the lap truck of Dave Hartsook. Hartsook racing side by side with the 40 of Scott Saunders. Boy, Hines doesn't want to see that, as he'll put 43 laps on the board this time by. He still has Hartsook and Saunders racing for position. They'll get by Saunders. Now to the inside of Hartsook. Things tighten up front between Darren Young in second, Chris Hines the race leader. 44 laps on the board, just 6 laps remain in this Mechanix Wear Speed Truck main event. Great racing going on all the way around the Bull Ring here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. But the fans in the grandstands focusing on that battle up in front. Chris Hines has led from the drop of the green flag. Unable to pass the 0-1. Darren Young riding in the tire tracks, perhaps hoping that Chris Hines makes a late mistake in this race. They've got the 12 truck now of Doug Ingram running up high through 1 and 2. Allows the fastest trucks in the field to swing by on the inside. We'll put 47 on the board this time by. You can see the 0-1 of Chris Hines beginning to skate through turn number 4. Tire wear perhaps playing a role in the final few laps of this race. 3 laps remain for the Mechanix Wear Speed Trucks here at the Bull Ring. Chris Hines in the Dodge. Darren Young in the Chevrolet. The top 2 trucks in the field, a full straightaway in front of Ron Peterson, who runs in third. Troy DeCure in fourth. Nathan Mirth in 5th spot. We'll see the white flag out this time by for Chris Hines. Darren Young's got 4 more corners to make the pass and win the race. Chris Hines beginning to pour it on. Opens up about a 2-truck length lead headed to turn number 3. The next thing we'll see from the Star Nursery starter stand is the checkered flags. They fly for Chris Hines from Chandler, Arizona. Let's go down to Victory Lane. All right, Chris, come on over here. We want to talk to you. I tell you, we ran a few laps, had a few caution flags, and then looked like 45 green flag laps, and you were going to lead the whole way. You didn't even show the bumper to that guy behind you, Darren Young.
Oh, man, I tell you, it was a tough night. It's my first speed truck win. I want to thank all you guys for coming out tonight and watching us. I want to, a real quick moment of sorrow. We lost a really good owner in our series, Corky McKnight. He qualified last year in this series. You might remember it was the 07 truck. So this one's for you, Corky. I want to thank my sponsors, Pro Dyno High Performance, Race for the Missing People. Keep an eye on your kids, Sawyer's Motorsports, and Hollywood's Body and Paint. That's it.
I tell you, those 45 green flag laps, a testimony to this division, this Mechanix Wear Speed Truck division, known for racing, clean, and you guys put on a great show tonight.
Well, I tell you, it was a lot of fun. I want to thank my teammate, Darren. He's been helping me all year trying to get a win, and we were struggling in practice, and we picked it up, and, man, I tell you, what a good race, what a good way to win in Vegas. I mean, we came up here, and everything just started falling into place, and also want to thank Ryan from the casino, Speedway Casino, for helping us out and giving us a party tonight. And if you guys are bored, come to the casino afterwards. We're going to party.
All right, well, make sure you leave all your money here in Las Vegas, support the economy, and thanks for coming up.
Thank you very much.
Mechanix Wear Speed Truck Challenge is brought to you by Wayne's Engine Rebuilders, Fine Line Signs, Graphics, and Printing, DelsonProducts.com, Frank's Radio Service, 5-Star Gas and Gear, and by SVP Supercharged Vehicle Performance.
When you're working outside and the heat is on, Portacool is the cool solution to hot situations. Professional football teams and race crews have to keep cool, and Portacool is their answer. The Portacool operates on 115-volt power and water. It's completely self-contained and operates at 1/10 the cost of standard air conditioners.
When we go racing, we never leave our Portacool at home.
Call Portacool at 805-499-3294.
Get your motor running.
It's your very own casino in North Las Vegas. Hi, I'm Ted Arnaud, president of the Speedway Casino. We're at the corner of Cheyenne Avenue and I-15. You can't miss us. Speedway Casino is the place for fun. Stop in for a chance to win cash, prizes, or even a West Coast getaway. Now that's entertainment. Get your motor running and head over to the Speedway Casino. I-15 at exit 46. Always friendly, always fun.
If you're planning fishing, hunting, or a trip to the great outdoors, you need to be prepared. Desert Outfitters will provide you with the supplies to make your adventure safe and enjoyable. From fishing and sporting vests to pre-packaged food, tents, sleeping bags, and topographical maps. Desert Outfitters has everything you need. Desert Outfitters Special of the Month, Stingray Knife, only $4.95. Before going into the great outdoors, come in to Desert Outfitters.
In today's society, the need to protect your home and property is a fact of life. Nevada rolling shutters are manufactured to create an almost impenetrable barrier that will discourage burglary and vandalism. Nevada rolling shutters insulated slats block the sun's harmful rays, prevent wind-driven dust, rain, and air from blowing in, and reduce up to 85% of outside noise pollution. Each shutter is manufactured to fit your home's unique design. For protection and peace of mind, call Nevada Rolling Shutters today for an appointment or free in-home consultation.
Quality Mechanical is the industry leader in the Southern Nevada construction market for heating, ventilation, air conditioning, piping, and plumbing. With our state-of-the-art 35,000 square foot fabrication facility, we are able to offer our customers the highest quality of work on small commercial, large commercial, and design-build projects. Quality Mechanical is a company that strives for better production, higher efficiency, and quality work. Here at Quality Mechanical, our best measure of success has always been our customers' satisfaction. To learn more about our company, visit our website at www.qualitymechanical.com.
Davy Deals, automobiles, motorcycles, and trailers.
We offer auto, horse, and utility trailers with financing available. At Davy Deals, we feature a large inventory of pre-owned vehicles. Buy here, pay here. At Davies, we specialize in pre-owned Harleys. Any trade-in is welcome. Call me, call me, call me.
Located at I-95 and Boulder Highway.
All right, hope you all enjoyed the racing out here tonight at the Bull Ring at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The Mechanix Wear Speed Trucks, a lot of fun watching those trucks out here at the Speedway. And of course, the late model cars, we're going to have them back next week. In fact, for the final points race of the season for the late model cars. In fact, all the series will be back here next week with our show for the racing. You can check it out if you want information about tickets. 644-4444 is the number here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So a lot more racing next week. Hope you all tune in then. We'll see you all next week. Bye for now.